The cosmos has thrown open a portal ahead of schedule, inviting us into an initiation that disrupts every expectation as Mercury begins its majestic transit into Aries. A swift and overwhelming energy emerges, one that tests every fiber of our being without the luxury of prior preparation. Imagine a gateway swinging wide open, not according to a carefully laid plan, but on its own divine timetable, enveloping you in its powerful flow regardless of how ready you might feel. There is no rehearsal for what's coming. This event is not a theoretical exercise, but a raw and immediate challenge that forces you to step into uncharted territory. In this moment of early activation, the usual markers of time and comfort fade away, replaced by a sudden surge of cosmic energy that compels immediate action. The astrological alignment marks a significant shift, the entrance of Mercury into the bold, impulsive realm of Aries signals that the test has already begun, and that every thought, every emotion, and every impulse is now amplified. It is as if the universe has conspired to accelerate your journey, pushing you onto a path where hesitation is a luxury you no longer possess. Instead of the expected gradual unfolding, the initiation arrives in a torrent of vibrant intensity, challenging you to confront your deepest truths without a moment's warning. In the throes of this overwhelming cosmic event, there is no opportunity to stand on the sidelines or to adequately prepare oneself for the inevitable surge of energy. You are launched into a dynamic state of existence where each decision, each word, and each action must align with your most authentic self. The portal's premature opening disrupts familiar routines and dissolves the comfortable boundaries that have long provided a sense of safety. Now is the time when superficial facades give way to the essential core of who you are. There is a profound immediacy to this experience, a calling that transcends logical planning, catapulting you into a space where your raw inner essence is laid bare. This cosmic initiation is not merely an invitation. It is a crucible of transformation designed to strip away pretense and reveal the truth that lies deep within. Despite the apparent chaos, or perhaps because of it, this unprepared entry into the energetic realm is precisely what you need to ignite a powerful process of rebirth and self-discovery. It is an extraordinary moment where the ordinary meets the extraordinary, a juncture where destiny is written in the language of the stars, compelling you to rise to the challenge and embrace the transformative journey that awaits. Regardless of whether you felt ready or not, the current cosmic climate, powered by Mercury in Aries, demands that you cast off all pretenses and present your true, unfiltered self with complete authenticity and raw expression. In this dynamic environment, the energy surges through you, leaving no room for the delicate masks or carefully curated facades that have long shielded your inner reality. Instead, you are compelled to face your vulnerability head-on, abandoning the safety of superficial filters and embracing a mode of communication that is as honest as it is bold. This is not a call for a perfection or a demand to perform flawlessly for the external world, but rather an invitation to dismantle the myriad of self-imposed limitations and societal expectations that have clouded your true voice. The pressure that now builds within is not merely a challenge to your emotional composure, it is a transformative force that strips away the artifice you have maintained over time. With every ounce of pressure, the layers of conditioned behavior erode, revealing the core of who you truly are, unadorned and powerful. As you navigate this intense period, The typical hesitations and doubts that might once have halted your expression are replaced by an overwhelming certainty that your truth must be seen and heard, regardless of how raw or unrefined it might appear. The usual filters of politeness, conformity, and self-censorship no longer serve you in this charged atmosphere. They only obstruct the essential clarity that Mercury in Aries is urging you to attain. You find yourself speaking not just with words, but with an unguarded, resonant energy that mirrors the fierce authenticity of your inner being. In this process, the transformation is profound, as the act of expression itself becomes a declaration of independence from the constraints of past roles and identities. The pressure builds until it can no longer be contained, leading you to articulate thoughts and emotions that have been buried deep within. Every word you now speak carries the weight of your unvarnished truth, dismantling old patterns and inviting a new era of genuine interaction with the world around you. This period is an opportunity, a catalyst for releasing decades of accumulated self-doubt and fear of judgment. It is a moment to honor the raw and unfiltered parts of your identity and let them illuminate your path forward, ultimately. This cosmic alignment is not about crafting a polished image for external validation. It is about embracing and expressing the undeniable and mediated truth of your existence, thereby inspiring others to do the same and setting the stage for a renewed sense of personal power and clarity. The surge of intense energy marks a pivotal moment of transformation, igniting a rapid cascade of changes that permeate every facet of your inner and outer world. This isn't a subtle, gradual shift. Rather, it's akin to a powerful spark that bursts into flame, dramatically altering your thought patterns, decisions, and actions in an almost instantaneous manner. In this dynamic state, every notion of what once defined you begins to dissolve, giving way to a profound process of renewal. Old identities, outdated labels, and long-held obligations that no longer resonate with the truth of who you truly are burned away by this relentless force. It's as if the intensity of this energy acts as a purifying fire, scorching away the remnants of past versions of yourself and clearing a path for the emergence of a more authentic existence. With the rapid ignition of change, you find yourself compelled to re-examine every aspect of your life, challenging the narratives you've clung to and questioning the roles that no longer serve your high estate purpose as the old self disintegrates. Under the heat of this transformative process, what remains is a clear, unburdened space where new potentials can rise. The energy not only disrupts habitual thought processes and behaviors, but also dismantles the ingrained structures of your identity, allowing you to break free from the constraints of societal expectations and self-imposed limitations this profound, clearing away of the old forces you to confront the truth of your existence, the parts of you that have been suppressed or neglected for far too long. The spark of change here is not just a fleeting moment of disruption. It is the catalyst for a lasting metamorphosis. It pushes you to reimagine your life with renewed passion and intent, transforming the way you perceive yourself and your path forward. As the outdated elements of your persona and life circumstances are reduced to ashes, they make way for a transformation that is both deep and far-reaching, freeing you to embrace a version of yourself that aligns with your true inner essence. The process is intense and can be unsettling, yet it is this very intensity that drives the evolution of your personal landscape. What once felt rigid and immutable is now fluid and open to reinvention, a testament to the fact that real growth demands the willingness to let go and to be reshaped by the transformative forces at play. Embracing this change means accepting the inevitable destruction of the old, clearing space for the birth of an empowered, authentic self that emerges from the remnants of what once was. In this transformative moment, bold action is not merely an option, it is an imperative. The cosmic portal before you is razor thin, a fleeting threshold that only those who act decisively can traverse. There is no luxury of time to deliberate endlessly or wait for conditions to align perfectly. Hesitation is the enemy of growth and self-realization. Instead, you are called to summon your courage, to make immediate decisions that reflect your inner truth and to step forward without pause. This demand for prompt action requires you to break away from the habit of overthinking and to trust that each decisive movement, no matter how small, paves the way for monumental change. In essence, every time you act with conviction, you affirm your commitment to transforming your life, rejecting the status quo that once held you in stasis. This leap of faith also comes with the price of vulnerability. Standing in your truth requires you to expose aspects of yourself that may have long been cloaked by fear or self-doubt. It is a raw and filtered expression of who you are at your core, an act that might feel isolating or even be misunderstood by those who are not on a similar path. However, this vulnerability is not a weakness. Rather, it is the very foundation of authentic growth. When you choose to reveal your true self, stripped of societal pretenses and self-imposed filters, you dismantle old patterns and invite a powerful, transformative energy into your life, the courage to be vulnerable, to show up as your unadorned self, serves as a beacon for your evolution. It is through this authenticity that you not only begin to heal and renew your inner world, but you also inspire others to do the same. This dual call for immediate decision-making and courageous vulnerability is the engine of change. By acting decisively, you disrupt the inertia that may have kept you in familiar yet limiting patterns, and by embracing vulnerability, you allow for deeper, more meaningful connections with your own truth. The path forward is not about waiting for perfection or validation from the outside world. It is about trusting yourself enough to take that first bold step. Even if it means facing the unknown alone, every action taken in alignment with your genuine self chips away at the old constructs that no longer serve you, making room for an empowered, authentic future. In embracing both the urgency of decisive action and the strength found in vulnerability, you redefine what it means to live fully, transforming not just your circumstances, but your very identity in the process. Navigating this powerful energy requires a blend of inner trust, honest expression, and persistent, incremental action to begin with. It is essential that you learn to trust your intuition, the quiet, inner voice that connects you to your higher self. In moments of intense energy, when everything seems to be moving with overwhelming force, the true measure of success is not found in how busy you are or how much you do, but rather in the quality and authenticity of your actions. This energy invites you to rise above the noise of everyday distractions, to tap into a reservoir of inner wisdom and let it guide your decisions. When you align yourself with your higher self, each step you take is imbued with a sense of purpose and clarity that far surpasses any external busyness. It is about creating space for the mindful, deliberate actions that resonate with the deep truths of who you are. Rather than simply reacting to the demands of the moment. At the same time, grounding your voice is equally vital. In a world where it is all too easy to echo what others expect or desire to hear, the call now is to reclaim and assert your authentic voice. This is not a call for a superficial speech or empty affirmations, but an invitation to delve into the core of your being and express the truths you have kept hidden. Ask yourself, what is the truth that you have been suppressing, perhaps out of fear or a need to conform? By embracing and vocalizing your authentic self, you create a resonance that is both powerful and liberating. There is a transformative strength in choosing to speak your truth, in allowing your natural voice untethered by expectations or the need for approval to become a guiding beacon in your life. This act of grounding your voice is a declaration of independence from the societal pressures that have long dictated your narrative, opening up a space in which you can operate from a place of genuine self-awareness and integrity. Furthermore, as you engage with this energy, remember that even the most profound transformations are built on small yet decisive steps. Action is inherently cumulative. The changes you seek do not require one monumental leap, but rather a consistent series of honest moves that gradually chip away at the limiting patterns that have held you back. Each small step, taken with intention and clarity, is a brick laid in the foundation of your new, empowered self. This process of incremental change is not about achieving perfection in a single moment, but about recognizing that true transformation is an ongoing journey. It is about cultivating a practice of daily, mindful actions, each one a deliberate move away from the outdated habits and beliefs that no longer serve your highest purpose. Over time, these consistent, thoughtful actions accumulate to create a dramatic shift in your life, allowing you to evolve in harmony with the deep, intuitive guidance from within. In practical terms, trusting your intuition means carving out time for reflection, even when the pace of life seems relentless. It requires you to quiet the external noise and listen deeply to that inner voice, acknowledging that not every impulse is dictated by external circumstance, but by an inner compass that knows your true potential. Grounding your voice goes hand in hand with this inner listening, as it calls upon you to express yourself in ways that honor your unique perspective and life experiences. Whether it is through creative outlets, direct conversations, or even journaling your innermost thoughts, allowing your voice to emerge authentically can be an enormously healing practice. And as you make these small, intentional decisions day by day, you reinforce a pattern of behavior that gradually transforms your reality. Each decisive step, no matter how minor it might seem, contributes to the larger tapestry of your growth, dismantling old constraints and creating space for new, more expansive possibilities to emerge. Ultimately, navigating this intense energy is a holistic process, one that integrates trust in yourself, the courageous expression of your most authentic voice, and the recognition that every small, decisive action has the power to transform your life. As you learn to rely on your inner guidance and take these steps with both consistency and compassion, you set the stage for a profound realignment with your higher self, a transformation that is measured not by speed alone, but by the enduring quality of truth and authenticity that infuses every moment of your journey. In the midst of this transformative journey, It's essential to recognize that your experience does not occur in isolation. There exists a powerful call to community that both nurtures and expands your personal evolution. Engaging with a group of like-minded individuals creates a shared space where collective energy becomes a vital catalyst for deep transformation. When you open yourself up to the support and synergy of a community, you tap into an amplified source of inspiration that magnifies the progress you make on your own path. This communal connection reminds you that your journey is interwoven with the experiences of others who are also seeking to align with their true selves and empower their personal growth. Within this shared space, every individual's energy contributes to a greater dynamic, fostering an environment where mutual encouragement and collective wisdom accelerate the process of internal and external transformation. As you begin to step fully into your power and embrace the authentic expression of your most genuine self, your courageous actions spark an inspiring ripple effect that extends far beyond your personal sphere. Every bold decision and every moment of vulnerability has the potential to ignite change in those around you, motivating them to break free from their constraints and pursue their own unique journey of self-realization. This phenomenon of shared transformation illustrates how personal growth naturally evolves into a collective awakening, as one person's courage inspires another. A network of positive energy and mutual support blossoms, creating a virtuous cycle of empowerment. This ripple effect is not simply a metaphor, it is the tangible result of individuals coming together, sharing their experiences, triumphs, and struggles, and realizing that their growth is amplified by the strength and resilience of the community surrounding them. In this interconnected space, your transformation becomes both a personal victory and a beacon for others, fostering an environment where vulnerability is met with empathy and boldness is celebrated. The collective energy that emerges from these shared experiences is powerful enough to shift the larger tapestry of collective consciousness. It can transform societal narratives and encourage a more open, honest, and dynamic dialogue about what it means to live authentically. By engaging actively with a community that is equally committed to growth, you not only reinforce your own journey, but also help to create a movement where transformation is both individual and collective. This continuous cycle of personal empowerment and communal support propels everyone involved toward greater clarity and purpose, ensuring that the journey of growth is sustained and ever-expanding. Ultimately, the call to community and continued growth is a reminder that while the path to self-realization is a personal one, its true power is realized when you join together with others to uplift, inspire, and collectively embody the light of transformation. There is an undeniable urgency in this cosmic invitation that appears only for a brief moment, like a flash of celestial brilliance that soon fades if not seized immediately. In this extraordinary juncture, every second counts, and delaying your response means risking the loss of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to step fully into your potential. The energy that surrounds you now is a catalyst for a profound transformation, marking the beginning of a new chapter where relentless progress and purposeful action converge to create a pathway toward personal freedom. It is as if the universe itself is handing you the keys to unlock doors you never even knew existed, urging you to break free from the confines of hesitation and fear. This moment calls for more than passive observation. It demands that you actively claim your destiny, embracing the power within you to reshape your future with courage and Determination to claim your destiny in this context is to acknowledge that the forces at work are designed not merely to nudge you along your current path, but to propel you into a realm of relentless evolution. Imagine that every decision you make, every action you take, becomes a stepping stone toward an existence defined by authenticity and inner strength. The cosmic energy you are experiencing is like a flame that ignites the dormant parts of your solar force, that transforms challenges into opportunities and doubts into stepping stones toward a more enlightened state of being. It offers you not just the promise of progress, but the tangible potential for reinventing your life on your own terms. In doing so, you begin a journey characterized by persistent motion, where each purposeful act builds upon the last until the cumulative force becomes unstoppable, guiding you inexorably toward a life of greater meaning and fulfillment. Embracing this surge of energy fully means taking a leap of faith. A leap that defies the inertia of your past and shatters the limitations that have long kept you restrained. This is the ultimate challenge, stopping the endless cycle of holding back, of second-guessing the depth and power of your own intuition. It is a call to trust yourself completely, to put aside any lingering doubts, and to step boldly into the new phase of your life with both confidence and humility. Trusting yourself in this way involves recognizing that the potential for growth and transformation has always resided within you. It simply requires the audacity to let it emerge unfettered. By taking this leap, you assert not only your readiness for change, but also your commitment to a future that honors your most genuine aspiration. It is a moment where the fear of the unknown is eclipsed by the exhilaration of possibility, a moment when the very act of moving forward becomes an emblem of personal liberation. This decisive period is not about waiting for the perfect conditions to align or for some sign that confirms your worthiness. The opportunity exists here and now, radiant and transient. The window of possibility is narrow and will not remain open indefinitely, should you choose to hesitate. The risk is that the portal will close, leaving you with a lingering sense of what might have been. However, by choosing to act with conviction, you transform that very risk into a formidable force for positive change. Every decision you make, no matter how small it may seem, adds to the momentum of your journey, gradually building into a mighty current that carries you toward a destiny of your own design. In this process of relentless progress, you are called not only to embrace the vibrant energy of the moment, but also to harness it, using it as the driving force behind every courageous step you take. Ultimately, this cosmic invitation is a call to live fully, boldly, and unapologetically, and to claim a future where you are not defined by hesitation, but by the powerful act of seizing every opportunity to transform your life into one of deep purpose and radiant fulfillment.